And we are back for another video of NBA 2K14. Last episode earlier, the Detroit Pistons defeat the Washington Wizards by 6 points, 105 to 99, as Josh Smith got 21 points, 2 assists. Brandon Jennings got 17 points, 9 assists. On the other hand, John Wall has got 19 points, 10 assists for the Wizards, and Bradley Beal got 16 and 5 assists. This was a close win here. It's a close game here from Detroit. It's the Pistons to tie the series at 1 game apiece. So here's the playoff 3 in the Eastern Conference as we wrap up here for day 2 of the NBA playoffs. And day 3 will coming up here beginning game number 3. We're on to the lower seed side. So we'll be wrap up here in game number 2. Game 2 matchup between the 7-2 in the Eastern Conference. As the 7th seed Atlanta Hawks, led by Paul Millsap and Jeff Teague, to try to go the bounce back, or will be the Chicago Bulls trying to even the series. Or Chicago Bulls trying to go for the 2-0 here in United Center. For this game, the Hawks gonna use the red jersey and blue Bulls white. For now, the same jersey will continue like game 1, so the same with game 1 as well. Right now. So now, we're going to sending Kevin Harlan here in Chicago at the United Center. Anyways, so let's get started. Enjoy the video in game number 2. Here we go. Let's get started. Enjoy now.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA. The first round of the NBA playoffs continue as we take you east. It's the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Chicago Bulls. NBA action.
We make it cool to...
Round 1 of the East rolls on. Game 2 alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Keller. This is Kevin Harlan. Playoff basketball on 2K Sports. We've got the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And as we take a look here at Derrick Rose, guys, what's your take?
Well, he's established himself as one of the league's premier clutch performers. You know, with some unbelievable plays down the stretch of tight ball games.
And here's another thing about him, Steve. Every time he gets his hands on the ball in the backcourt, he's a one-man fast break.
A look at Chicago. A successful outing in Game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys. To take Game 2 on their home court.
And anytime you can go up 2-0 in a series, it's not a guarantee, but history tells us that you almost always win. So, huge game here tonight.
Well, I'll take it a step further and say whichever. Team in this game will go on to win the series, Steve. It's a bold statement to make, but I'm not afraid of bold statements. I do believe that.
On the wing, Williams, defended by Butler. Pass to Millsap, a 3, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Millsap's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now the Bulls with it. They won in their last outing, Saturday's game.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have. It is so hard to contain. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
And then Brand with the dunk.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Rose attacking, and it's good.
They're on fire. They need 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
And so it's Atlanta with it. It's a 3-point game. Williams gets to Horford. The dunk and the foul. Powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. They get Lou all day.
The D on him has to be airtight, guys. You got to get into his air. And that was far from it.
Hawks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Bulls have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Rose goes in, and Butler backing him in. Shoots a fader. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And they got exactly what they wanted right there. Really high percentage look.
Doris Burke got a chance to catch up with head coach Tom Thibodeau.
Coach didn't mince words for his team, telling them that even though they took game one, they'll need to come out and play the same way to keep home court advantage. He said, so far, we've just held serve, and it's only going to get tougher from here on out.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Bulls have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Pass to Boozer. Working on Brand. Williams with the steal. Teague against Rose. And it's Teague, that time on the assist by Williams. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Rose double teamed. Inside, here's Butler. That is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
So it's the Hawks now. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Millsap kicks to Williams. Sinks the triple. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Jeff Teague. Some solid defense. Bulls trail by 3. Outside Boozer. No one near him. And Chicago's scoring again.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not as it results in that shot.
Here's Brand, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster. Jam.
That's the kind of lead pass we've seen him make over and over again.
Rose against Teague. Rose passes to Lowe. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
What a start to this game. The offense is so dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
These players were extremely tough inside during the regular season. Here now are the block leaders on the 2K leaderboard. Second is Elton Brand.
You know, when you talk about having an impact on the team from a defensive standpoint, you've got to talk about this guy. I mean, he's broken up plays, he's disruptive, he denies in the paint, he denies shots, he challenges shots. I mean, he's a tremendous athlete, and because of that, he does a great job defensively.
Heinrich with it, now guarded by Cunningham. Dishes it to Dunley. 6 on the shot clock, and the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Atlanta making a switch here. Stackhouse is checked in. Here's Schroeder, Teague covering. Here's Carroll, tries to keep it alive. Gibson with the steal. Now here's Teague, defended by Schroeder. Teague dishes to Heinrich. Gibson setting the pick for Heinrich. 6 to shoot. Another one falls for Chicago. The Hawks leading. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. Cunningham off the pick from Scott. Up off the screen, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
Outside Teague. Kicks it to Heinrich. Banked in off the glass. Heinrich's got his second basket of the night. Scott with the ball. Got a piece of it. Plenty of in this closely contested first quarter of play. It's Atlanta leading by a point. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
Western Conference, Round 1. Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks hit the road for a duel with the Los Angeles Clippers this Wednesday.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this Game 2. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And the fact that they're playing well close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, and they got it all going tonight.
We've got Nazi Muhammad, Marcus Teague out there with Heinrich, and it's Murphy in at the power forward position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Paul Millsap's checked in for Atlanta.
Well, he's as adept at taking a charge as anybody in the league, Kevin. Always seems to be in the right place, squaring his body and his shoulders, getting position, getting his feet outside that restricted area, and drawing the charge.
And one thing about him that might not show up in the box score, but is as important as anything else, is his leadership. I mean, he sets the tone for this team, and all of his teammates follow his example.
Heinrich outside. That's good. Heinrich's got 9 points.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Quarter number 2, we're about a minute in. Snell. Again, Chicago. The Hawks trailing. Running in off the pick from Millsap to the inside. Intercepted. He's all alone. Jumps up. And then Murphy ripped it up. And guys, what do you think about the National stats for Chicago?
They come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Teague kicks to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And that's now 6 points for Lou Williams. The Bulls have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. And it's Rose penetrating, and it's blocked by Brand. They retain possession. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Williams gets to Millsap. Another 3 for Atlanta.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Teague the pass to Brand. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Here's Butler, and he dumps it down.
Talk about putting something extra. That dunk was way over the top.
Close in and out. He's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
Atlanta's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Brand, a screen on Butler. Back to Brand. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Stolen by Noah. And it's blocked by T. Hope they get it back. Butler dishes to Rose. Back to Butler. Three-pointer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose is going to force this match in.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
Dang attacking. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And now a 5-point Chicago lead. Hawks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Williams gets to Millsap. Sinks the three-pointer. Millsap's got 11 points.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And now look at the top scoring point guards during the regular season. Derrick Rose, number 1.
And being at the top of that list, he's obviously been able to take it upon himself to give them an offensive jolt whenever they've needed one.
And to me, Steve, that's a tremendous asset, almost a necessary requirement for your point guard. I mean, you want a guy that can orchestrate and be a maestro for his teammates first and foremost, but it's a huge bonus when he can put it in the basket himself.
Here's Porter for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Butler kicks to Boozer. Here's the dish to Rose. The kick outside to Butler. Shot clock at 5. Here's Rose. And it's Chicago scoring again.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons this team is up in this game.
And Williams, here we go. Outside Teague. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Teague's got 5.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc. It feels like they're finding holes in this defense.
Into in Atlanta again with the bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
And stolen by Jeff Teague. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a 3-point play. But a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, good one here, guys. This is going to be fun to watch. 2 evenly matched teams, both teams playing hard.
And here we go with Kirk Heinrich. He's got 9. And the basket good. Heinrich's got 7 points for the quarter.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
The Hawks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And the Bulls making a change here. And so Brand nails both of them.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
And the first half ends in a close one. Hawks lead by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Now, presented by Sprint.
What unbelievable postseason action we've got going on so far. This is 2K Sports as we get deeper into round 1 of the playoffs. Atlanta battling in a close one against the Chicago Bulls. A win today would even things up in this series. The first half performance of Jeff Teague, just terrific. He's got 8 points, and it's been a good overall defensive game for him. He's brought a nice intensity to the floor in this one. And the Bulls going all out. They've benefited from some excellent contribution from their bench, providing scoring in bunches when called upon. It's been a major advantage. A nice start for Derrick Rose. He's got 10 points, and as usual, he's been handing out a lot of assists. That'll do it as the second half is about to start. Out to the United Center.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round 1 playoff matchup. You know, Paul Millsap has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that talent in the second half.
On the court right now for the Hawks, Jeff Teague and Lou Williams, the back. Horford is out there with Button Hillian, and it's Millsap. Get it!
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. It looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And something else he's able to do that very few players can is change his shot as he's in the air without it affecting his accuracy. I mean, that's a unique skill, and it really helps him make buckets against tight defense. Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Goes off the bit from Noah. Rose passes to Boozer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 6 assists here tonight.
It seems like so many teams try to ignore that mid-range jumper, but they're using it well, and it's opening up their offense for them.
Has definitely given the defender something extra to have to worry about.
Horford, good. Here's Rose. He's got 12. Outside Butler. Tough to finish it off. Beauty.
The defense was pretty good right there, but just not good enough.
He was determined to get to the rim.
Yeah, he really was, and he was going to go through whatever and whomever got in front of him.
With the break of the action, let's see who are the league's best shooting teams during the regular season. Fourth, the Bulls.
You know, this team had excellent numbers during the regular season, and I would not be surprised to see them heating up here in the postseason as well. They had a nice rhythm going as the regular season came to a close.
Third quarter of play, with just over a minute and a half gone down. Horford with the block.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
It's Brand with the drive. Gets it to go. Brand's got 10 points.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Hawks making a switch here. Murphy's checked in. The Bulls have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Schroeder off a pick from Millsap. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 13.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
Great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want.
Shots good. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Carroll dishes to Millsap. It counts, and the foul. They get Lou all down.
The defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
And the Hawks making a change here. The Atlanta shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Bulls trail by 3. That's tipped. Dives for it. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. On its way from Rose for 2. With nobody on. He buries the jumper. Rose has got 4 this quarter. The pass to Schroeder. Rose with the hook. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. The Hawks making a switch here. 1:49 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Horford. That's good. Horford's got 13.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Atlanta's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Schroeder off a pick from Brand. Schroeder gets to Brand. The finger roll finish at the bucket. 12 points for him.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Mark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Hawks are gone 7-9 from the field to start the second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Horford with the screen on Heinrich. The shot's good from Schroeder. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the night.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
He feeds it to Butler. Snell to tie. And that one's good. And that'll tie this game up.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Mack. He dishes it to Cunningham. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Butler passes it to Heinrich. Knocked away. Snell, defended by Cunningham, feeds to Heinrich for the lead. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
This has really become an intense ballgame ever since halftime.
Boy, the effort from both teams here, Steve, is terrific.
Mack, no luck. Finish the third quarter. It's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Bulls out front, leading by 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
First round of the Eastern Conference Playoffs. LeBron James and the Miami Heat go up against the Orlando Magic this Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern.
And we welcome you back to our coverage of Round 1 in the NBA playoffs. And a moment now to take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Heinrich and Rose, the guards. Daniel and Boozer, they make up the forwards. And it's Noah in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Teague kicks to Schroeder. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
This has been a terrific contest up to this point, and I would guess it's going to stay this way all the way to the end. Great matchup.
Probably so. Neither team wants to give an inch.
Heinrich, Teague covering. Back to Heinrich. Outside Rose. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
It's stolen by Rose. 3 on 3. Here's Heinrich. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And now a 7-point Bulls lead. Here's Schroeder. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute left. Gets it to go. 11 points for Teague.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Horford with the block. There's the feed to Korver. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And stolen by Jeff Teague. And now here comes Teague leading the break. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, they got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Tang with the screen for Heinrich. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Millsap with the steal. Here's Schroeder. Another 3 for Atlanta. And guys, what do you think? About the hustle stats here for the Hawks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And something else they've excelled at is their interior defense. A lot of blocked shots for them tonight.
Elton Brand's checked in for Kyle Clark. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. Despite the deficit, he told his guys, I've got confidence in you. We've had our backs against the wall before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, can they retake the lead?
Rose kicks to Dang. Rebound by Williams. The Hawks have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Millsap misses.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Bulls trail by 3. Rose with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Rose, that's good.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Millsap attacking. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
His stroke has been dead on inside, outside, or wherever. The shots just fall.
Chicago's been a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Rose hits the bucket.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Horford with the screen on Buck. Pass it to Horford. It's stolen by Dang. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And the powerful hand slam. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really... I hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Williams kicks the tee. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Teague against Rose. He kicks it to Boozer. Fires from 14. Green for 2 points.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
For Atlanta, they've gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. Williams against Butler. Williams kicks to Millsap. Back to Williams. Teague. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Nails the triple.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Here's Boozer. Yes!
We're seeing the blazing hot version of Boozer.
36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Teague with the ball. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. The long three. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Oh, that is it.
Massive shot. You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
Seventeen seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Rose dishes to Noah. Outside Dang. Fires the 3. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That's how you have to attack the double team. Find the open man, get the ball out of your hands.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're leading by 1. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. It's a 3-point game.
Perfect time to be perfect at the line. Now only a 3 can tie it. And a chance here to send it into overtime. Needing to...
And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
Well, that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching our coverage of the first round of the NBA playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We leave you now with our Jordan Player of the Game.
What a close game here in Chicago. What wrap up for game 2, day 2? As the Atlanta Hawks shocking the Chicago Bulls in game number 2 in a close one, 94-91 in a low. Never seen it the first time the playoff series ended without 100 points instead of 90. So So Carlos Boozer 17 points, Kirk Cousins 16, Jimmy Butler 13 on the other hand. For the Atlanta Hawks, Paul Millsap 22, JFD getting double-double, 16 points, 10 assists, Allo for 13, Elton Brand, and Lou Williams shares with 12 points. And look at that right here because Lou Williams with the step back long range bomb at a long range distance 3 in the crowd is shocked in United Center as the Bulls tie the series with the Hawks 1-1. So here's the bracket to wrap up in game number 2. Only the 2-0 teams are Houston, Dallas, Miami, and New York. And the other will tie the series at 1-1. Lakers against the Spurs, Thunder against the Warriors, Pistons against the Wizards, Bulls against the Hawks. Now the series is tied 1-1 now. We're ready for game number 3 tomorrow night. So, we are wrap up here in game number 2 and now we're going to game number 3 tomorrow. One game once again. Here in Phoenix Farm in Memphis as the number 1 seed. As the number 1 seed, Houston Rockets take on the 8th seed Memphis Grizzlies, with the Rockets are a chance who might be a potential 3-0 led by Dwight Howard and James Harden. Take on the number 8 seed Houston Rockets trying to avoid 0-3 comeback led by Marc Gasol and Mike Conley. They were ready for game number 3 here in Phoenix Forum in Memphis, and followed by Tuesday head to San Antonio. The series is tied 1-1 here at the AT&T Center between another monkey matchup between. And I forgot I was looking to switch for gray jersey. So hopefully we're ready for game number 3. And I forgot to go for the alternate jersey instead. I forgot. That was weird. So game number 3 here in the AT&T Center in San Antonio between the Los Angeles Lakers and the San Antonio Spurs. Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, and Pau Gasol take on Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker as we wrap up here in game number 2. So game 3 coming up, heading to Trapo tomorrow. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. What a close game in the contest. The Hawks beat the Bulls 9-4-9-1. And as we all know, the NFL preseason continues. And this is what happened. The greatest field goal ever. The longest field goal. 70 yards during the game earlier between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here in Pittsburgh as Cam Little with the kicking 70-yard field goal. This is not a regular season. This is preseason game. Amazing contest there, Cam Little. On the other hand, the top 2 seeds fell in the preseason opener as the Kansas City Chiefs fell to Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills fell to New York Giants. So that was a big loss and a nightmare. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. Once again, the final score. The Hawks beat the Bulls 94-91. This is Andre Kenshin. Say so long in Windy City. We'll see you tomorrow. On Monday, we're off to FedEx Forum in Memphis for the Houston Rockets and the Memphis Grizzlies, followed by on Tuesday, head to San Antonio, the Los Angeles Lakers and the San Antonio Spurs. Sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll see you later. We'll see you tomorrow for the Monday night here in Phoenix Forum between the number 1 seed Houston Rockets take on the 8th seed Memphis Grizzlies here in Memphis. Following the next Tuesday, head to AT&T Center in San Antonio for the 4th seed Los Angeles Lakers take on the 5th seed San Antonio Spurs. And I'm out. Say so long and good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.